Former President Mahinda Rajapaksa, who is currently in India, has said his brother is certainly a contender at the presidential election. The former president has expressed these views to the Hindu newspaper. The following is an excerpt of the interview and the views expressed by the former president.
Who will lead the SLFP into elections in 2019, given that you have completed 2 terms and according to the 19th Amendment, is that the limit?
I will lead the SLPP. There is a view that despite the amendment, I can fight the elections and then fight it out in court. But I still have to decide whether that is a risk I am willing to take. Another option is to announce a candidate acceptable to all. My son can't be a presidential candidate since they have now raised the minimum age to 35 years instead of 30, so he can't be considered in 2019. My brother is certainly a contender, but the party and the coalition will have to decide who the people want.
In March 2015, in an interview to The Hindu, you had accused RAW, the intelligence agency, of helping bring back the opposition together, which led to your defeat. A few weeks ago, you said that India must not meddle in political affairs in Sri Lanka. Are you worried it will?
It isn't only in India. I didn't mention just India. I said no one should meddle with somebody else's elections. It is an internal matter of a country whom the people decide to bring to power.
What was the reason for the deterioration in ties then?
Misunderstandings. My priority was always to develop my country, and I always kept India informed and asked them first to build the port, to build the airport, to build the highways. We always came to India. We offered them first. Then the next offer went to China, because they were the only people who could do it. And within 8 months, the Chinese had started.
Former President Mahinda Rajapaksa said, quote, "We had a mechanism during the war called Troika, where 3 officials from both sides were able to discuss any issue, even in the middle of the night. For economic purposes also, we must have a mechanism like that, where India and Sri Lanka coordinate on all the issues we have today." The former president added that India is our closest relation and our neighbor, and that China has been a long-standing friend. He said, quote, "In all our dealings with China, we never forgot about our interests of India," unquote.
While former President Mahinda Rajapaksa today played down his allegation against Indian intelligence being involved in his defeat, his stance was quite clear when he spoke to the South China Morning Post on the 12th of March 2015, when he said the Americans, the Norwegians, the Europeans and the Indian intelligence agency RAW were openly working against him. Here's what he said in 2015.
"I asked the Indians, why are you doing this? It's an open secret what you are doing. I had assured them that I would never allow the Sri Lankan soil to be used against any friendly country, but they had other ideas."
The question is, what changed from 2015 to today, when the former president's attitude towards India seems to have softened considerably? In his interview with The Hindu, he also mentioned that his brother was a contender in an upcoming presidential election. Our question is simple. Which brother is he talking about? Is it Gotabaya? Is it Chamal? Or is it Basil?